If we can move, if I can move, shit.
At the convergence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers, we're in the football town of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, at Acrisure Stadium. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're underway from Pittsburgh. Has this at the 6. He's stopped on the return at the 27. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to go with Barkley on the counter. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Hurts now from the gun. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he reaches the 30 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
On first down, Hurts. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate, in this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth. Who's going to respond next?
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Going to the ground again on first. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Darius Slay with the stop. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning. like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Wilson on 3rd down. Got Washington. It's complete. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. Couple of zeros on the board right now. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Shotgun handoff to Warren. Has a lane past the 45. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
They've got to like how they've been moving it early here. It's down to the opposing 45-yard line. First down, and they go right back to him. He's got to gain a 6 there. Brought down by Jalen Carter. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, they go with Harris. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Zach Bond with the tackle. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Got it.
Now Wilson on the play fake. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody.
Yeah.
And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
It's Pickens on the slant. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
Offense already looking like they're in mid-game form. They've got it down to the 32. First down, here's Russ. It's taken in by Washington. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. And he drives this forward to the 6.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. The Steelers calling their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next third down coming.
Harris can't push it across. They make the stand, and looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal. Motioning Williams left. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Steelers get some late points and the lead. Mike Williams, the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Now Boswell on to send this away. On the return, Britton Covey. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. That pass caught by Dotson. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. 1 play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st down throwing for Hurts. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? So that brings up 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. That one intended for Jahan Dotson. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Well, I know some old-school coaches, maybe some former NFL quarterbacks who would have this guy running stairs after that drop, partner. Hit or no hit. That was a catch there that would have meant a 1st down.
Yeah, that's why that's old school, okay, Kate? The new school coaches and quarterbacks know how hard it is in this league with the contact. I know how valuable those contested catches are. Credit the defense for making the play on that one.
Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Fight.
They'll start with a give to Harris. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Josh Sweat making the stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it.
Hey, Kate, you know that line, time is of the essence? It certainly is in the pocket. Not enough time there to let that play develop down the field, and the two were not able to reel it in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. On play action now, Wilson. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Eagles return the interception close to the red zone. He's stopped inside the 25. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, that type of play is so doggone impressive, not just because it saves a touchdown. He had timed that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or letting him establish possession for the score.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's brought down after getting this to the 17, into the red zone. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
Great.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
Throw caught by his running back. And he's brought down for a loss. And this one won't get close. They make the stand and force that turnover on downs. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Wilson now off the play action. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Trying an inside give to Warren. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Second down now, 7 to go. First carry for the versatile vet, Cordero Patterson. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Warren here from the gun. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Shotgun snap for Wilson. As the open man downfield. A pickup there of 33 yards. And that's a Steelers first down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. The kicker Chris Boswell has it ready to go. And
Hey fam, I'm about to I'ma concede.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
I'm gonna play mirrors.
Known for some incredible wings and one of the league's most passionate fan bases. We're just outside of Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. The seats are shoveled, the fans ready for a snow game here in Buffalo. And off we go from Highmark Stadium. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Bills first down. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. That stop made by T.J. Watt. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Alert, alert, alert! Middle. What's that?
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Couldn't connect right side, it's incomplete. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. And not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Look out.
Now it's Cook. He still has room inside the 30. And he has this all the way down to the 23. The Steelers calling their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. They'll come up 1st and 10.
Look out.
Another one for Cook. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Hey, home, home, home. Outside.
Here's Allen. Complete out to the right side. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball. Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth.
Alert. Outside.
They'll go. Allen. That's cut beyond the marker. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Bass now to kick this away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
All right, it's a nickel set for the Bills. 3rd down. Now here's Russ. Caught by Washington, left side. And he'll get it up to the 27. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the 1st quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. On 4th down, the Steelers are going to turn to Cameron Johnston to punt this away. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. He fields this at the 18. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That's going to be a highlight there, a 68-yard punt. And the Bills will take over possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now run by Cook. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Again, it's Cook. And this one does not go far. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Allen on 3rd down. Cox, there's that rookie out of Florida State. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this, but this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air, and the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Now probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Taking the handoff. Now Wilson. Caught by Freiermuth. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They'll toss it to Harris. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. It's the 2-minute warning now from Highmark. And it's the Steelers with 1st and 10. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Now an inside handoff to Harris. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 43. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They give to Harris from the gun. By a man, and now he's in the clear. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First down throw from Wilson. Completed here to Pickens. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Running behind center with Harris. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. The Steelers use their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Warren will not challenge for the end zone. He loses a bunch here.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. Third and goal. Throwing is Wilson. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
Facing fourth down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Here comes the final play of our first half. One final shot before halftime. And he's going to go down. They get to him on fourth and goal and complete the defensive stand.
I'm going to guess a little deal was cut there by these pass rushers in the huddle. You guys in the secondary, just buy us a little time. We don't need perfect coverage. Just tighten things up so we can get home. And boy, did they ever in a big moment.
One last play before the break.
Alert! Half 85, half 80.
Looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Down the run right, throwing deep down the side. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Bass now to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Going to the ground again on first. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Bills territory. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
This is Harris on 2nd down. Has a lane inside the 35. And finally stopped at the 34. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
What?
A run from Warren here to start the 3rd. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. On 2nd down, Warren. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
What?
Ross off the play fake. And got his man. That's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. George Pickens the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
The Steelers calling their first time out, as that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. So after thinking it over, they're lining up for 2.
What? What?
Wilson's throwing for it. Flush down out to his left. And he goes down. The pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's a give to Cook. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
1st and 10 from the 41. They'll run it with Cook. Again, he hits the 2nd level. And he works this down to the 41. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
1st and 10 from the 41. This is Cook. Into the 2nd level past the 30. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Bills ball. We'll see if they can hang on to this lead till the end. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
What's that?
This is Cook on the handoff. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
56, 56. Look out.
Now Allen going to the air. This one's caught. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Bills feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal.
What's that?
Cook does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Look out.
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Bills go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Josh Allen the touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. And it's no good. Perhaps the snow making things a little difficult for him there as that one winds up off the mark. So now after his 2nd missed point after the game, he's hoping to strike this one a little better as he kicks it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now Wilson on the play fake. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's out of bounds past midfield. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
What?
On play action now, Wilson. Vacates quickly left side. Fryermuth there to bring it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
What?
They go with Harris on the run. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it up. And the Bills take possession of the football.
A lot of defenders got some offense in their background, and it's been my life experience that they'll tell you about it. And right there, he put it on display. He brought in the pick and instantly became a runner, searching for the open field to add a little something to the return.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Wow, they're going to pass it here. He throws a bullet deep to the right. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers make one of their best plays at the end, coming up with the interception on our final snap of the game. So the roar of Bills Mafia, it's a win for their guys in Buffalo. And it might take these fans some time to get out of here with this wintry weather, Brock. Snow plows definitely needed out there on those roads. They can take all the extra time to celebrate in the stands with each other, waiting to leave as their guys get the winter win. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Bills as we say so long from Buffalo.
EA Sports in the National Football League welcome you to Acrisure Stadium here in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The veteran Chris Boswell ready to get things going. And off we go from the Steel City. From the 6, here comes a return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Allen gonna throw to get things going. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
All right,
right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have...
Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Fight.
Play action. It's Wilson. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open. Ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
They'll run. This is Jaylen Warren. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
What? Cut.
On third down, here's Wilson. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on third down, that number just goes up.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Allen. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain. Here's a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. They'll send him over to the left. On third down, it's Allen. He manages to get the throwaway and completes it. That'll change things. Out of bounds inside the 35. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. Again, it's Allen to the air. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Throwing again, it's Allen. That is downfield into the hands of Keon Coleman. They get 19 on that pass play. First down, Buffalo.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup.
Now he'll run it.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Allen will throw. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tyler Bass now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Bills will take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. First and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Working free downfield. It is Williams. And he's out of bounds on what will wind up being the final act of this opening quarter. They'll run it for the first time with Najee Harris. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
3rd and 5.
Friday. Gotta go, in and out, let's go. Good shot.
Now it's Wilson. Open man, left side, he's got it. And the Steelers are going to be set up. 1st and goal coming up. They'll mark them down at the 6-yard line. They'll run with Harris. And he'll plunge forward to the 2. Setting up 2nd and goal.
Bang out. Bam. Go. Friday. 14.
One more time, it's Harris. He slams it in there, and he is in. Najee Harris, touchdown Steelers. Chris Boswell on for the point after. His kick is good, and the Steelers will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll go play action here with Allen. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Looking downfield for Coleman. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
You know, Mike, you could almost just look down in the huddle, and the players are looking at the sideline like, Coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? And the coach was having none of it. He says, no, you're staying on the field. We're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go pick up this first down.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They go play action now. Wilson. That is caught. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. They'll go big. 3 tight ends in the formation for first and goal. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're second. From the 1-yard line, first down and goal. Here's a run with their tight end. And he will not get in from there. In fact, I think he was shoved backwards a little bit.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Mike Williams. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. This one, downfield, for Kincaid.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
And on third down, that ball incomplete. Amari Cooper was the man he was looking for, and it's going to bring up fourth down. They'll indeed go for it with Allen. He's got the hook up there to Cooper. And he's going to have the Bills' first down. They pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. The gain is 18. Now a shot downfield for Samuel. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. Second and 10. To throw again, it's Allen. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second. Tyler Bass on to try the field goal. This one from 52 yards away. This one off the upright. He had the distance, but it's no good. And they are not able to draw closer. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half. About to get started. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive.
Good job right there.
This drive begins with a run by Harris. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Another run here with Harris. Najee Harris. He's inside the 35. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down. So they move inside the 20. 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Wilson to throw. No chance at all. He'll go down. The big man, Ed Oliver, in for the sack. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Now Russ. Here's a screen set up for Warren. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Johnson now to return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Alert!
On play action, Allen. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Now Allen on 1st down. Off he goes. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs. Off the play fake, here's Allen. That is caught at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Keon Coleman. Touchdown, Bills. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll start this on the ground with Warren. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. It was A.J. Epinesa who brought him down. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8.
Cut. Cut.
Play action. It's Wilson. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Pat Freiermuth, the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd down.
Cut. Cut.
On 3rd down, they go with Warren. Steelers getting ready to put this one away, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Allen. This one downfield for Kincaid. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They put a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd down, here's Allen. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. Throw is caught by Cooper on the right side. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. They go play action now. Here's Allen. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, Josh Allen. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Yeah, he's trying to make the best of a bad situation here, Mike. Nothing open downfield. He thinks he can tuck it and get it with his legs. He ends up out of bounds, short of 1st.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Allen. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He'll find his running back, Cook. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Here is 2nd and 7. They'll drop to throw. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Here's 1st down. Allen working from the pistol. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down. One more time going up top with Allen. That's going to be caught by Kincaid. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Allen on third down. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. They still have all 3 timeouts, and here we go with 1st and 10. Again, it's Allen to the air. And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're